Hey everyone, Matt Peiken here. If you've made Wake Up part of your daily local news diet, I would love it if you took just a moment to give it 5 stars on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify and write a glowing sentence or two if you have it in you. It makes a real difference in picking up new listeners. Thanks so much for the boost. All right, on with the news. Wake up, Jacksonville. I'm Matt Peiken. I hope you all had a sunny weekend. Here's your local newscast for Monday, March 23rd. Jacksonville is committing $2 million to launch a new program aimed at building 10 affordable single-family homes for very low-income buyers. The homes are reserved for households earning below 50% of the area median income. City leaders say $1.5 million will fund short-term construction loans for nonprofits, with $500,000 set aside for down payment help. That income limit is $35,900 for a single person or $51,250 for a family of 4. Mayor Donna Deegan says the program will, quote, create new pathways for families to build generational wealth. Officials hope to break ground this year and make the program self-sustaining as loans are repaid. Builders say workforce shortages and tight profit margins remain challenges in expanding affordable housing options locally. Read more about this at Jacksonville Today. The Block Jacks on the south side is working to fix parking problems after a packed opening weekend. Co-owner Daniel Moffitt says larger than expected crowds overwhelmed the venue's on-site lot, leading some visitors to park in neighboring properties, including active construction sites. Some cars were towed, and Moffitt says the venue covered some of those costs while helping affected guests. He's now talking with nearby property owners about using underused office lots and considering valet or shuttle service. The venue is closed today and tomorrow to finalize a plan. Read more about this at News 4 Jacksonville. Generation W is marking 15 years of empowering women and girls, growing from a one-day Jacksonville conference into a nationwide initiative. Founded by former WNBA executive Donna Orrender, the nonprofit now runs mentoring programs, supports women business owners, and leads community service projects. Since it began, it's reached at least 25,000 people and served about 16,000 girls. This year's event is this Friday at the University of North Florida, featuring 21 speakers, including Mayor Deegan. Orrender says the goal is to create positivity and connection in a time when many feel isolated. Read more about this in the Times-Union. Jacksonville's live music scene is shifting as longtime independent venues close and corporate operators expand. In 5 Points, the new 5 concert hall has opened in the former Sunray Cinema space, owned by Nashville-based Marathon Live. It's designed to fill a gap left by closures like Freebird Live and the 1904 Music Hall, hosting touring acts that might draw between 500 and 2,000 people. Promoters say rising costs, redevelopment, and the lingering effects of COVID have made it harder for smaller venues to survive. Marathon Live is also investing in a larger rail yard district project. Read more about this in the Jacksonville Business Journal. And when Gary Sass moved to Jacksonville 21 years ago for a software job, he didn't expect to become one of the city's first modern tour guides. After struggling to find work, Sass realized there were no local walking tours, so he created his own. Drawing on library research and books like Wayne Wood's Jacksonville Architectural Heritage, he began telling the stories behind downtown buildings, Consolidation Day, and even Southern Rock landmarks. Today, 90% of his customers are local. Sass says Jacksonville has history and, quote, we're just not using it. Read more about this at Folio Weekly. As you can tell every time you listen to Wake Up, I draw all the content from the credible sources of journalism right in this city. But if I've messed up with anything like how to pronounce something, or you think there's just something more I need to know about a certain story, you can always drop me a line at editor@wakeupthenews.org. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next episode of Wake Up.